star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans. Going up against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the Pelicans, they've started strong this year, holding the second place spot. And of course the Trailblazers, currently a ways below. Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got Williams, Denny Avdia out there with Donovan Clingan, and it's Bishop in at the 4. And for the Pelicans, we've got Nicholas Claxton, and it's King in at the point guard. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
It'll be the Pelicans off the tip. Here's Flanders. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
And out of bounds, New Orleans will have it. Here's King. Pass to Flanders. Here's Marks. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Avdia. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. Clingan with a screen. Fires from deep. It's deflected. Here's King into the lane. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
So it's Portland now. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. They need this. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to King. Here's Claxton. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's King. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. It's Avdia on the wing. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Denny Avdia.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Drives to the hoop. Launches a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. King, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Bishop, no good. The Pelicans lead by 4. Here's Flanders. On target from range. Flanders has gotten a second bucket on the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. 6 to shoot, down low. Here's Klingon, got it.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
King, the pass to Flanders. Here's King. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout.
Pass to Avdia. Out to the right wing. Here's King, defended by Avdia. Flanders can't hit. Blazers trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Bishop. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. All right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. In third, the Pelicans.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Here's King, and his scoring average of 31.5 points a game is fantastic. Screen by Claxton. Here's Garnett, Klingon with the block. Pass to Bishop. Here's Avdia. Klingon with a screen, and it's Avdia off the drive. Clock at 4. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Avdia. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
And here's New Orleans now. It's a 3-point game. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
And think about this, that game was really a coin toss. They were fortunate to have survived and picked up the win.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
Blazers trail by 3. From outside the arc, pure from 3-point range.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Pass to Blackman. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Ellis on the wing, defended by Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Ellis's shot is off.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to Bishop. To the paint. He shoots again. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you gotta love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's King. No good.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
It's Abdia on the wing. And Keon Ellis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Abdia. He's guarded by Ellis. Clock at 6. Clinging with a screen. Abdia from outside. And King pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Claxton. Lays it up and banks it in.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
For Portland, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Abdia outside. Klingin up top. Abdia outside. This one for 3. Rebounded by New Orleans. Here's King. Ellis outside. Pass to Claxton. Ellis with it. Here's King. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Klingin. Here's Bishop. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Tipped! And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Pelicans trail. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got McNeely. And it's Carlson in at the point guard position. Pass to McNeely. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession. Here's Porter. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clock at 2. Pass to McNeely. Here's Boyd. To the inside. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. McNeely misses.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Here's King. Here's Blackman. Drills it from deep. Blackman's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to McNeely. Here's Porter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Fading away. He makes that shot harder than it needs to be.
And here's Ellis. Spins. Here's King. And the layup falls. And now a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's McNeely. He's guarded by Ellis. Fires the 3. And McNeely gets a 3. McNeely's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
King, the pass to Cartwright. And there's the screen. Here's Ellis. Porter pulls it in.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And this is what the schedule looks like for Portland. On Sunday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Timberwolves matchup, they'll need to be pretty much perfect for that one. Anything less than that means they're in for a tough evening.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Outside Porter, three-pointer, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that three from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Here's King. Pass to Ellis. Inside. And a powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. To the middle. Here's Cartwright. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It'll go on Michael Porter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Now here's Avdia. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. The offensive rebound. Pass to Carlson. Here's Bishop. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland.
Number 23.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's King. He has 6. Outside Kamara. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's King. 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. King's got 8.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Number 1, New Orleans.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
Here's Bishop, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Pass to King. Five on the clock. And he's going for the oop here.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Blazers trail by 5. Pass to Klingon. Here's McNeely. Barra covering. Off the outside. 4 on the clock. Looking to end the run. Portland again missing. The Pelicans lead by 5. Here's King. Give him 8. And Klingon pulls it down. Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Deflected! Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8" Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes. Every night playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Guys, back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Ali.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Now a timeout called by Portland. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. So it's Portland now. They trail by 7. Off the outside. Williams with the screen. And Avdia, good for 3. Avdia's got 6.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Ellis outside. Pass to Cartwright. Here's King. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Ellis. Defended by Avdia. Ellis' shot is off.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
For 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
King, pass to Ellis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ellis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Klingon. Portland moving it around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's New Orleans up 2. We've got more in store for you right after this.
43.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Taking a look here now at New Orleans, the season is still in its infancy, but they've got the firepower and they're playing with great effort.
You just want to see them stay hungry all season long. They're good, but I think they can take it to another level.
And now let's focus on the Trailblazers. At halftime now, it's been a tight one.
These guys got to realize you're not Magic Johnson. You're closer to Tragic Bronson with the turnovers. Kids do not play basketball like they just did.
Thank you, Shaq, for looking out for the kids.
You know Shaq loves the kids.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Barnes. He's out there with Nicholas Claxton, and it's Marks in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5. Pass to Klingon. Now Williams. For the tie. It's hauled in by New Orleans. King's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Flanders, defended by Avdia. Flanders passes to Marks. Here's King. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. To the paint. Off the outside. Oh, deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Avdia from outside. Offensive rebound.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
King, the pass to Claxton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Flanders passes to King. The shot from 20 feet out, and it's New Orleans with another.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Off the outside. The 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Now here's Avdia. He's got 6. Lets the 3 fly. Claxton with a rebound.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
King, the pass to Flanders. Here's King. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. King's got 6 here in the quarter.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Timeout called, Portland. Blazers trail by 10. To the wing on the left. Here's Klingon. Out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Here's New Orleans now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Pass to King. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys. And bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Here's King. The Blazers making their last shot. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. King's got 11 points here in the second half.
They're really working the paint now.
Pass to Williams. Offline with a 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Now here's Ellis. Claxton passes to Garnett. Over to the wing. Here's King. Clingan with the block. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Blazers trail by 13. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And while we have a moment, here's a good chance to bring up the top rebounders in the NBA this season. 5th, Donovan Clingan.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
Here's New Orleans now. They're on a 15-4 run. Ellis passes to Garnett. To the left wing. Here's King. He's got 19. That one falls. King's got 21.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now Ellis. Barnes with a screen on Avdia. Here's Ellis, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Portland has possession. Following the score by New Orleans. The kick out to Williams. Again, the miss by Portland. The Pelicans lead by 17. They set the screen. Pass to Garnett. Here's King. 21 points in the game. 3 on the clock. Here's Claxton. Clingan with the block. And here's Avdia. Outside, Williams. To the inside. Bishop powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. King, the pass to Ellis. Here's Garnett. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's King. And his scoring average of 31.5 points a game is fantastic. Claxton against Avdia. The 3 is up. Pass to Bishop. Launches it. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Here's King. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Avdia. He's guarded by Ellis. And there's a pick. The 3. The Pelicans pull it in. King's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. New Orleans calls timeout.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Portland making a switch here. Blazers trail by 15. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Michael Porter, and it's McNeely in at the 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's King. The layup misses.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Here's McNeely. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Here's King. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Yep, that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's McNeely. Outside for Porter. And there's a 3-second violation.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Pass to Garnett. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. It's good.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Marks, good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Peters. Here's King. Here's Garnett. Shot clock at 6. Off target at the rim. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Give him 23.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Marks. There's the screen. Ooh, finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Outside Porter. The floater. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight off of them.
Portland making a switch here. Klingen's checked in. Garnett no good. Blazers trail by 14. Down low. Oh, nice shot by Klingen.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Here's King. Pass to Marks. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Lets it go from 14. No good, off the front rim. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. And here's Kamara. Pass to Garnett. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Tipped away. Here's King. Here's Garnett. And a nice finish on the layup.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's King. And the layup is good off the glass. Kings got 23 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Williams from long range knocks down the long J.
That's a nice shot, helping to space the floor for his team.
Pass to Bassi. Avdia with a steal. To the middle. Soft touch off the glass. 26 points for him.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
King, the pass to Flanders. Here's King. Uses the glass on the layup. King's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Klingon. To the inside. Rebounded by New Orleans. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Flanders. All alone. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And the Pelicans lead by 18.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Now here's Avdia, guarded closely. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Flanders. Here's King. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Five to shoot. From the arc. Flanders can't hit. Blazers trail by 15. Pass to Avdia. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Flanders can't hit.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Klingon. Basket counts. And that's a double-double for him now.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Here's King. Pass to Bassi. Left side Williams. To the wing on the left. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. He's got 34.
I just love the ball move.
Here's King. Tipped. Williams into the lane. And Williams punches it home.
And I'll tell you, this thing looked pretty much over heading into the fourth, but give them a lot of credit for fighting their way back.
Here's Flanders, defended by Avdia. Tries it from 16. Oh, it doesn't go. Now Portland with it. They're on a 17-4 run. Puts it up from 12. The jumper is good.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Owning the post right there.
Showing great poise. Passes up his own shot for something better.
The three is in.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's King. Here's Barnes. Ooh, using two hands to power it down.
Oh my, just what they needed. Barnes with a crucial burst of offensive energy.
Now Avdia. Here's Bishop. He's guarded by Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Avdia. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 5. Here's Flanders. Now the Blazers on the move. Shoots a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Barnes a screen. The 11-footer. Barnes gets it to go inside.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Bassie. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks.
This is the mismatch they wanted under the hoop, making a crucial bucket as easy as possible.
Barnes with a screen on Avdia. Here's Barnes.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now a timeout called by Portland. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Denny Avdia, and he nails it!
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Here's King. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
And so the Pelicans take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.